Hello. Just want to make a short video relating to DeepSeek R1, the AI, the Chinese AI model that's been kind of rocking the AI world for those who are plugged in at all. Yeah, just and I saw this other video that was quite informative as far as just being mindful of the terms of use and privacy policy on here, which do definitely have some red flags. I pulled the terms of use and privacy policy. Then I had ran it through Claude and GPT and Gemini, and they all kind of came up with the same items. So I'll just kind of go through what I got O1 Pro to look through it. That's on GPT. So there's some red flags. So there's broad right to review user content. DeepSeek has the right to use technical means to review behavior of information of users, including reviewing inputs and outputs, creating risk filtering mechanisms, etc. Why it's concerning, it implies DeepSeek may monitor or store private chat content, even if partly de-identified. It's unclear how or often when such review is performed. See use of user. Another item: use of user inputs outputs for model training or service improvement. It's concerning. By default, your prompts and the AI's responses may be retained for ongoing training or improvements. Some users might not realize that their content, including personal or sensitive data, could feed back into model development. Another next item: indefinite or ambiguous data retention. Why it's concerning. Your account deletion may not guarantee a erasure of all personal data or chat history. It says storage for as long as necessary. Another item: data sharing with third parties, including advertisers and analytics partners. Let's see why it's concerning. I think that's pretty clear. Data storage and processing in the People's Republic of China, where we store information. It's stored in servers in the PRC. What's concerning, depending on users' jurisdiction, storing personal data in China may raise worries about government access, local laws, and surveillance, etc. Next item of concern: unilateral amendments to terms or policy without direct notice. This one's big, because it says may revise these terms from time to time with immediate effect upon posting, and that continual use equals deemed acceptance. Why it's concerning, the user must periodically check for changes. If you don't agree, your only recourse is to stop using the surface. I mean, this right here is the biggest. It's basically, we could change any of these terms at any point in time. Don't have to make any notification about it. And, the fact that you keep using it, we will, deem that you accept it. Next item: broad collection of technical and behavioral information. It says collects device model, OS, keystroke patterns or rhythms, IP addresses, user IDs, usage logs, performance logs, cookies, etc. What's concerning, keystroke patterns or rhythms can be quite sensitive, potentially used for unique fingerprinting. This is broader than basic analytics data. Yeah, keystroke patterns or rhythms. I mean, that gets pretty deep. Then there's no strong guarantees on encryption or security. It just kind of goes on. And on, for a bit. But I think those items, they are enough to at least be mindful of before using it, or just with how you use it, and just what information and how you do it. Makes me even think of Dune and the sandworms, walking at a funny rhythm so it doesn't realize it's you with the keystroke patterns and rhythms. I mean, that's wild. Yeah. Yeah, I just figured that's good to be mindful of. And it just makes me think, honestly, that it's almost like theoretically it could just be a big Chinese trap of sorts. Whatever happens or ends up happening with TikTok. That was a main way to access information about global and especially American citizens, and potentially do any, who knows what kind of influencing and whatnot with what that's all, go down whatever path you think that might have been used there. But it's almost like, so if TikTok still does go away, that it's the timing of this big bad boy dropping like it did, probably coincidence, but at the same time it's food for thought. It's like, oh, here's an amazing new AI model that's they say is so cheap, like 2% the cost of O1 Pro to use, and just as good as O1 Pro. And they say that they made it with $5 million and all this stuff, and that it's so great. And I think the app has already become a top, if not the top downloaded app over the last few days or so, to where it's honestly just the perfect trap to just get even get even more data, or another means of getting data, and even potentially more robust data, depending on how you look at it. On Americans and really anybody who uses it. So that's just interesting stuff, food for thought, and yeah, have fun out there.